A very good evening to everybody who's joined us here, and a warm welcome to the session on using AI to design innovating or innovative teaching methods. Why we say the word innovating is because I think we are all still in this process, and it's absolute pleasure to meet you all here. And week after week, you come back here, and it is a pleasure to see this community grow each day. Talking about growing, I think we had the pleasure of giving out certificates last week to many educators, and if you haven't completed your form yet, please do take this opportunity to complete and do earn your cybersecurity shield. And if you do, please do share it on various social media, and as you do, tag us. We will repost and would love to amplify your achievements. I think it's very important and imperative that today, while you are learning something, you should be able to inspire many more to take the same route and be a part of this wonderful learning journey that we every Tuesday meet and embark on. So once again, you can follow us on Instagram. Here's our handle. You can simply just scan this QR code, or we'll give the link in the chat window as well. Please do follow for any updates. Recording of the last session is also available on our Instagram handle. And in case you were not here last week and you missed out, you can always go view the session. Form link is also available. We can provide you the form link again over here in our chat window, and you can very easily take the test and earn your cybersecurity shield. So be a part of these sessions, earn your well-earned, well-deserved shields and certificates. So for today's session, there is no particular certificate. There's a lot of experience sharing that is happening today. So I've also posted the link to, cybersecurity shield quiz that you need to take post having viewed the recording. And where is the recording? You can go to our Instagram handle or our YouTube channel. You will find it in both the places. And I hope you do take this journey ahead and learn and grow each day with us. So, with that, allow me to, begin today's session on using AI to design innovating teaching methods. We are all, I think, AI generation, at least that's what we could call ourselves, that we are all generation AI. Yeah, we generate everything. We just rely on AI so much that we love to take inspiration from here. And I think in schools around the world, education leaders, educators, and students are exploring this power of AI, not only to save time, but to personalize learning and also to increase the efficiency of the way we work and improve the quality of work that we do. And it's such a beautiful thing. We've witnessed that at least four digital revolutions. We all have been very fortunate to do that. From the advent of personal computers, I remember the first desktop that I had purchased, to the expansion of internet. Wow, that was something that happened to our computers, that we were connected with a worldwide or through the world wide web. We didn't really realize the power at that time, but I think slowly we grew in our capacity. And to the emergence of mobile devices and social media, oh God, that was another digital revolution that we have been through. And the fourth one being the rapid and unexpected arrival of this generative AI, like Copilot, ChatGPT, of the likes that we are using every day. And each of these technological revolution has had broad social and educational implications, radically changing the way we live, the how we learn and how we work. No, although not all people and not all countries or not all everybody have felt that these technological revolutions in the same way, everywhere in the world they've had their own ways, their own hopes and concerns. But I think embracing this kind of change is no more a choice. And AI has already been used to boost both inclusivity and productivity. I think it also brings in an opportunity for us to reimagine the long-standing challenges that we have been facing in education, especially pertaining to uh, addressing every student's needs. Also, I believe in the ways of teaching, like how do we update ourselves every time about the new pedagogies that come in? Who will come and teach us? What if my school hosts about 2 or 3 webinar, training sessions a year? But is that enough? How do I know more? So there has to be some which way in which we could learn on our own, someone who could co-tute with me, co-think with me, and be my partner in learning. Just a few stats here. How skills required for in the AI era are changing, and this has, I think, often been asked. But here's the work index, 2023 work index, which says 82% of leaders say employees will need new skills to prepare for AI, which are analytical judgment. Now, what I want you to look at, why did I bring this, piece over here, this data over here, is because we are the deliverers of tomorrow. In our classes, sit the students of tomorrow, the workforce of tomorrow. So, this work trend is something that you must keep an eye on. These skills are something that you must take a look at and think about how can I bring these skills into my classroom. A very simple situation can be turned around if you have your focus right. So if you have the focus on these skills, which are tomorrow's skills, I think you'll be preparing your students much better. Look at this. You need analytical judgment. How many times in a day, in a week, in a month, in 6 months, in a year, do our students have the opportunity to engage in analytical judgment? That's a big word. Now, if I ask you to analyze or think about this word analytical judgment, where all do you think in your classrooms can you bring analytical judgment? Analytical judgment is a big word, right? Now that's one of the top trending skill. Now, if that's the skill that we need to have for our students to have, where will you bring analytical judgment in your classrooms? Where and how will you foster? I'm just typing this question for you. Where and how will you foster analytical judgment skills in your classroom? Or in your teaching learning, actually? Why classroom? You need teaching learning. It could be online, offline, or anywhere for that matter. So where are you going to do that? That's my question to you. Do keep this question on your mind and do answer this question as we go. It's a very important question to answer. Secondly, flexibility. What do we mean by flexibility? Emotional intelligence. My God, that's one of the most underrated ones. And our next webinar is going to focus on emotional intelligence. Number Number four is creative evaluation, not creativity, but creative evaluation. Next one is intellectual curiosity. Wow, that is something to think about. Bias detection and handling. No way. None of us, actually engage in that. I'm pretty confident. AI delegation or prompts. So those are the kind of skills that we are looking at. And when we are looking at this and we do not have answers, I'm definitely going to Microsoft Copilot. This is one of the, oh, I like, okay, I have one response. Rashmi ma'am says exposure through various self-exploration pathways. Great, that's a broadest answer. And if I need to narrow this down, I'm going to combine my question and your response and I'm going to Copilot it. So here's Microsoft Copilot. And those of you who are new to Copilot, I'll just throw a little bit of light on it. Then we will move onwards. Microsoft Copilot is your Chat GPT plus plus. So Microsoft made a huge investment into Chat GPT, and they integrated their entire environment with Chat GPT, so that we can bring you the best in the most secure form, and that is in the form of Microsoft Copilot. So from streamlining the process of checking and answering emails for your, for your, let's say your parents, students, anybody, or your colleagues, to helping serve them better or to respond to them better or to resolve any issues, you can very quickly do that. You can create opportunities to empower people faster, upskilling them, resolve any kind of challenges that you might face by using this. I'm going to give you concrete example of administrative tasks as well. And also, of course, unlocking this ability actually helps you complete the task 37% quicker than a non, AI supported environment. So Microsoft Copilot empowers every single user to actually achieve more. How can you find it? Microsoft Copilot is generally available for educators. There are no minimum licenses required. In fact, you can just go to copilot.microsoft.com, log in with your personal ID. You need an Outlook or a Hotmail ID to log in. Don't have one, just create one. If you have a school ID, your school needs to give you permission and you can start using it. So, what it does is it combines the power of large language models with your data in the Microsoft Graph and the Microsoft 365 apps and the internet. So, everything that is around is brought together to turn your words into most powerful productivity tool on the planet, literally. And M365 Copilot is built on Microsoft's comprehensive approach of security, compliance, privacy, and responsibility so that you can actually use it with confidence. Additionally, you can access this at copilot.microsoft.com. You can go to Microsoft Edge sidebar. You will always see the logo of Copilot. You can click on it and start using it. You can also use it on your mobile phone as an app. It's available. You can go to your App Store, download Microsoft Copilot, or on your Windows 11 devices, you will have Copilot on your, the lower bar that you have. And of course, it is available in Bing Chat as well. So I've already told you where it is. I am now ready to take you where I really wanted to take you. But first of all, we asked this question, right? We need an answer to that question. So I'm going to take you to copilot.microsoft.com over here. I have logged in with my personal ID over here. I'm going to actually type this question here. Where and how will you foster? Instead of you, I'm going to make it where and how can teachers? Can teachers foster analytical teaching skills during teaching learning? I'm going to make it a little more complex. Share examples across different subject areas and grades. Okay, let me be a little ambitious here and let's see what comes up. I don't know what's going to come up. I just came up with this question while talking to you. So here it is. Okay, so maths. Use problem solving activities that require to explain the reasoning. For example, ask students to solve a math problem, then discuss different methods of to find solution. Similarly, there are examples for middle school and high school as well that are given over here. There are science examples, language examples. You could do this with me. You can go to copilot.microsoft.com and I can give you my prompt over here. I can always copy it and put it in our chat window. Just give me a minute and I shall do that. Just a minute. Here you go. You could actually go ahead and type this question. There you go. Just correct my mistakes that I have made. Also, what I'll do is I will give you this response as well. Do you see what is happening here on the right hand side? This is actually saving my chat, the entire chat under this title. If I want, I can always edit this title or delete this chat as well, as you like it. Another thing is, most important thing is that over here I'm getting I'm getting links to further explore any kind of content that is given over here. So they've given me places from where they have pulled out this content, and also it's giving me leading questions like, how can teachers assess analytical judgment skills? That's nice. I would love to know. So I've copied this entire content that has been brought for me, and I'm going to share this also in my chat window so that you all have ready ideas with you and you can read it at your convenience. And look at this. It's also given me how to assess analytical judgment skills. It could be a performance based assessment, it could be a written assessment, discussions and debates, problem solving tasks, reflective assessments, rubrics and checklists, and there are examples across subjects. Once again, I will give you this. But if you can see over here, there are leading questions that are very meaningful. So this was just an introduction to how do we use Copilot in our classrooms. I'm going to pause here and see if there are any questions in the chat window. And in case you would like to try, we'll give you about a few minutes to try this, please. And we encourage that you do try. It is absolutely revolutionary when you do it yourself and you see the results. Therefore, kindly take a minute or two to go ahead and try it, please. Wonderful. I've been getting responses. I have been using Copilot. That's absolutely excellent. Today, what we are doing is we are going to, yeah, it is a beautiful tool. It's actually helped me. So, this was our first step into innovating teaching methods. Now, we already know there are certain ways in which we teach and learn and even assess. But look how simply this could give me so many more ideas into what is it that I could do. Right prompting is very important. You're absolutely right. Any random statement could work. No, right prompting is extremely important. Therefore, thank you, Amit, for asking that question. We're going to use that skill today to use the right prompting. How are we going to do that? So let's give it about a few more seconds for a few more confirmations to come in, and then probably we will jump in and move onwards. Today, my motive is to help you see how can you actually, proceed in a very methodical manner. And we're teachers who have achieved a lot in our teaching lives and careers. How can we actually move to the next level without really relying on one time trainings? Or if I've had that training, how can I go deeper and wider and actually implement and embrace the learning that I have done? Because in a day, I can only know from somebody, and then it is up to me how far and how deep can I take it. I have another one. Okay, we need to write the prompt in a way that whatever information we need with their sources. You're absolutely right. PPT making with images is not known to me. I tried, need help. Ritumap, PowerPoint can be made easily using some of the tools. There are multiple AI tools over there. I would still say what I do is I get an outline, a sketch of the PowerPoint that I'm going to make. If you want Copilot to do that, that is a paid option for you. So if you have paid for Copilot for your enterprise, then you will have that option that it'll automatically create your PowerPoint. Now, my motive over here was that I should be able to generate a kind of an outline for my presentation to be made. If I were to do this on another app, and I'll give you the name, I don't mind sharing the name of the app. If you want to try making an app, making a PowerPoint using any app, we can cover that in another session, but I can give you the name. That's not a problem. So that is something that you could try. But what I do is for Copilot, what helps me is give me an outline of what is it that I could actually share in a PowerPoint on, let's say, we did a tough word today, right? We did we did analytical judgment today. Now, for my colleagues to understand what is analytical judgment, I will need to help them, right? So if I need to help them, I think I need help to understand what kind of a presentation can I make on analytical judgment for exercises for students. So if you need to do that, get an outline done from Copilot. It'll give you an outline of the presentation as to what is it that you should include in your presentation. And while you are doing this, otherwise, it'll also give you sources of where is it that you can go and see. And you can always, uh, pick up uh, pick up a lot of data from those websites as well. I hope that helps. And if you're looking for generating, anybody in the audience would like to share, because I can see many of you have been a part of our summer summit. Some of you know how to automatically create a PowerPoint using one of the apps that is available. Anyone who can name it? Okay, I'm still waiting. Maybe. Okay. It's called the Gamma app. Fantastic. Aarti ma'am, kudos to you. Really, honestly, this is fantastic. It's called the Gamma app. You can go ahead and try it. Ritu ma'am, you got your help there. Fantastic. Do we have to cite information from Copilot to avoid plagiarism? That's the best way. That's the best way to take it. Yes, you must. Yeah. By the way, when you copy, you'll automatically get the links as well. So your job is easier. Yeah. You can even download this in a Word document, Arvinda ma'am, and it'll all be saved. Yeah. Please give examples of how to give the prompts. All right. Okay. So now we are ready to deep dive. So today, what we are going to do is we are going to co-create a complete plan, new plan using AI. Um, I've been teaching grade four for years, and I would love to take a deep dive into what is it that I can, do today something differently. I really have taught them for years, and I've taught them about camouflaging for years. I would love to see how can I, think about it. So start thinking with an idea and set a context for yourself. Be with me and do it with me. You will love it. I'm telling you. Okay. So to get started, what you will need to do is you will have to define and redefine the ideas for an AI generated, tool to help you. So first, come up with something, some kind of a concept, a core concept or a content that you want to, or a topic that you want to think about. Next, we will set the conversation style to, as I need it very balanced. So depending on what you want, you go ahead and do so. So what we will do next is we will first think of a topic. So first thing, think of a topic, please. That's most important for you. Think of a topic. And if you're ready, I'm ready to go to the next step. So I know you all know the topic. By now, you should be on Copilot and go with me. If you're not, here it is. Please go to Copilot using this link. I'll throw this link in the chat window as well, but be with me as I do this because you will enjoy doing it and learn alongside. And then, of course, you have the recording to view. So please stay with me as I do this. Just click on copilot.microsoft.com. I've given you this in the chat window. Log in with your personal account, take a minute to do so, and then think about a topic that you would like to work on, or you could try another idea or my idea as well. I'm okay with that. Okay. So we're getting into our challenge of the day. I hope you're with us. Stay with us. I'm giving you a minute to log in, and I'm going to catch a sip of water as well. Okay. I hope you're ready. And as you get ready, do know that you need three things. These are the three key elements. I'm not start going really big here. I'm going very small. I just need three things from you: a concept, a grade level, and pedagogy. Let me give you a few examples. Um, my topic is photosynthesis. I'm a science teacher, grade four, and I need hands on exercises. Or I am a grade six social science teacher teaching soil. I need experiential learning. Or I'm a math teacher, grade seven. I'm teaching probability and I want gamification. Or I am a grade eight language, English language teacher, teaching descriptive writing. And probably the kind of pedagogy that I want is I want independent work through structured creative, thinking and visuals. So those are some of the ways in which you could think about a concept, a grade level and a role, and pedagogy. So these are the three things that you are thinking about. Okay. Keep that in mind. Just three things: a concept, grade level, and pedagogy. Can you give me some examples in the chat window, please? share with us? Okay. And you could be teaching any subject, you could be a librarian, you could be in administration, you could be anybody in the school. So think of a concept, even if like Amit, I know you are into IT. So you could think of wearing the hat of an IT head or IT administrator. And this is what you want to teach. Let's say, you know, the most common would be okay, I like this example actually. Food adulteration, grade 8, student led conference, project based learning. Jyoti, love it. Okay, concept, role, and pedagogy, pilot project on concept, marketing mix, teacher IB business, grade 11, fantastic. Chemical reactions in daily life, grade 10, research work, fabulous. The address. Oh, I know this one. Class 11 English PPT. All right, fantastic. Keep them coming. Now, when you have these three key things on your mind, you know what becomes easier? Drafting of a prompt. I'm going to share my prompt with you. You can actually use the sample prompt that I'm going to share with you, paste it into chat and try it by tweaking the ones that I'm showing you. But this is something that I want to put right in front of you. It could be anything, but the key ingredients are these three things for us today. Okay, art project on a topic in English. Art integration project. Great. So here you go. This is my prompt. You could be using my prompt or your prompt as you like it. My prompt is that you are a master. So I am telling this to Copilot that you are a master. Okay. You're a master teacher, seventh grade science teacher. Create a 5E lesson plan. Now that's my pedagogy lesson plan on meteosis. And this lesson should focus on learning name of phases of, various uh, okay, phases as well as the order in which these phases are gamified in a gamified way. So you've seen I've given two pedagogies over here, and I am trying to be a little more ambitious here. So you could use this. I'm giving you this in the chat window, and you can tweak it the way you want to. Or the one that I'm working on today is going to be this one. Very simple. You are an expert science educator of fourth grade teaching camouflage. Create a 5E lesson plan for 2 weeks as a grid at three different levels of learning for students. I'm bringing in differentiation as my uh, piece. How about prompts for CBQs and hot cues? Of course, you can ask anything that you want to. It's up to you. Once again, I'm going to share my this prompt of mine also in the chat window, and you can tweak it the way you want it, and you can play with your prompts. I love to create a prompt, a collection. I love creating that because I love reusing my prompts. Why do you have to think from scratch every time? You simply have to go to the next level, right? So this is my prompt. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen just about once again because I'm going to go back to Copilot now. Okay, here I am on Copilot and I'm going to start a new topic. How do you start a new topic here? Don't have a threaded conversation here because this was an analytical judgment. I'm going to start a new topic. So I'm going to click on this blue button here, which says new topic, and I'm going to type my prompt here, which very clearly says, just a minute, you're an expert science educator of fourth, grade 4, okay, and create a 5E lesson plan for 2 weeks in a grid format. I'm just going to change this, sorry, in a grid format at three different levels of learning for students. Let's see what happens. Now, what this will do is, this will not only give me a lesson plan, in one go itself, I'm bringing in my pedagogy of 5 E's, and also I'm bringing in my timeline that I need to make it. I can be very ambitious with 5E. You give me 5 weeks or 7 weeks, I'll keep going, right? But I'm being very clear. I just have 2 weeks to teach this topic. I'm teaching this to fourth graders, and I need to finish this for students who are at different levels of learning in my class. So, week one, I do this. For basic level students, that's the game that I play. For intermediate level, this is what I do. And for advanced level, this is exactly what I do. Nice. Yes, that's exactly how you play around with this. What else can I do over here? Do you see this Excel logo? I can actually open this in Excel, and my lesson plan will be available as in an Excel format over here, which is also being saved in my OneDrive. And look, I can actually start working on it. So all I do is Control A, and I'm just going to wrap this up so that you all can see from day one to day last. How is it that I'm going? I know I'm doing in the most unprofessional manner that I'm expanding all of this. But just for a very quick reference, I just wanted to do this and show you once. There you go. So for a basic level, what is it that I can do? At an intermediate level, what is it that I can do? An advanced level, what is it I can do? Now, this my lesson plan is available as Excel sheet because I asked for the grid format. Yeah. Now, do I stop here? Show pictures of animals with and without camouflaging. Intermediate says, show a video, discuss why animals need camouflaging. Now, if you were a teacher like me, I'm not sure what you're going to do with this, but I'm going to wait for your responses before I tell you what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I'm waiting for you to go ahead and try a prompt on Copilot and share with us the kind of responses that you get. I'm waiting for all of you to actually try this because we would love to see what is it that you could gain after using a prompt that had very simple. Thank you, Chandeep, for giving us the 5 E's. And yes, it's very simple. 5Es are also a part of our, NEP and NCF both. So yes, this also tells us it creates a scope for us to do a session on 5Es. I will make sure that in the month of September, we do a session on 5Es using Microsoft tools and more so that you can know more. Yeah, please do give us more ideas. We would love to have topics from you. So, yeah, 5Es are engage, explore, explain, experiment, and evaluate. And yes, this is exactly what we are talking about. So, while we are doing that, I need to do these 5 stages in 2 weeks. Now, that's challenging for me to plan, but I have my co-tutor, which is Copilot, and that is what has helped me. Okay, Kritika ma'am says, please give example of prompts to create lesson plan for grade 5 on nervous system. Kritika ma'am, you can adapt the one that I have given you over here. I'll just rewrite this for you and send it out in the chat window. Okay, you need it for fifth grade and you need it on nervous system. I love it that you're getting your next plan done from me. That's my gift to you for your Teacher's Day that is almost around the corner now, right? You're an expert science educator of fifth grade teaching nervous system. Create a 5E plan, 2 weeks. There you go. So you could actually, yes, absolutely. It's a differentiated learning manner and it's wonderful. How can we use it to create worksheets? Love this question. Now, this is not a worksheet creator, but it can give you content for worksheet. This will create, I will just create one for you, Kritika ma'am, right now. Of on the topic camouflage only. I'm going to create one and show you what you can do. And thereon, how will you move onwards? Good question. And please keep asking us questions. We love questions. But there are other ways as well. The particular app for making a worksheet, you do have worksheet generators as well. But those I feel are very generic. Now, when you're over here, you could actually include a lot and you could do a lot of formats and you can create a worksheet. I'll show you how. Good question. Um, okay. Anything else? Great. While you are exploring, I'm waiting. And once you're done, just give me a thumbs up and I'll be happy to move on. Yeah, Kritika, just give me a minute. We will be doing your worksheets as well. Oh, thank you for sharing your threaded conversation here. Look at that introduction, lab activity, lecture, interactive session. Now that you have this result, what are you going to do about it? Is my question to you. Are we really going to just take it and start working on it? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen once again, go back over there to show you what I will do. And also, in the meanwhile, would appreciate if you could actually share with us as well. I have these responses which seem absolutely great, but I have no idea how am I going to conduct a scavenger hunt with colored toothpicks. That actually sounds absolutely amazing. I'm going to say elaborate on this. Oops. On the activity this. Let's see what it says because I need to know more about this. I found it very interesting. Now, what this will do is this will give me everything that I need to do within that day. Probably this is a topic that could be, this is an activity that could be common for everybody, for all level students, because scavenger hunt is something which is a gamified way of learning, and my students will love it. And look how I have actually gone into detail to know about, what I could do to introduce the topic of camouflaging to my students. And I also have questions for discussion, right? Now, this is not just camouflaging as a science teacher, but camouflaging as a concept in life for my students. Yeah. Now, going to the worksheet, I'm going to say draft questions for diagnostic assessment for students on the topic camouflage and include 5 MCQs with correct answers. Very important. You see, you shouldn't be confused. Short answers and long, one long answer. Okay. One long answer, which is real life based scenario. Also, suggest hearts. Anything else that you want, you can just put over here. All right. So let's go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm getting all the questions drafted, right, Kritika ma'am? This is not a worksheet creator generator, but what it is doing is it's giving me content to create that worksheet, right? Now, imagine it's also giving me the correct answers. All I will need to do is I can download this and this will get downloaded as a Word document. You can put your school logos and the other stuff, and your worksheet is ready. Okay, there you go. Even for short questions, you have your answers ready. And believe you me, it is a fantastic idea to share these kind of exemplar answers with your students because then they know what you were expecting. Why I got the answers is not because as a science teacher, I will know the answers. It wasn't for me to know answers. It was for me to know that if my students have to write an answer, what is the best way to write an answer? Yeah, and I can of course add to it. How? Over here, do you see this down arrow? You click on it and it'll allow you to export this as Word, PDF, or text as you like it. I like to take it as Word. This allows me to actually make any kind of changes that I want. It's already saved in my OneDrive and I can straight away start working on it. There you go. Of course, I'm not going to put Copilot here. You can make the changes as you like it, okay? Or you can just put your topic here whatever you want, and your test paper is ready. Now this is your worksheet with all. Now you understand when I was saying sources. So here your sources are already listed. So if it is a worksheet you might not want to give over here, so you may want to remove this. However, I don't mind giving it to my students. Imagine these are all icebreaker spots and other quizzes, so my students will not only get an opportunity to answer these but also these. So not bad, I'm telling you. However, you don't know what the level is going to be. So you can probably give some of them. Probably the BBC Bite Size would be a good one. Here's another one. BBC Teach would be a good one. You could actually go ahead and explore a few and see, for example, camouflage facts for kids. That will be a good one. So you could probably have some of these sources listed here or not as you like it. I'll let them be here for now because right now I'm not really looking at whether I'm giving everything to my students or not, but here it is. Yeah. So here you go. That's how you create your worksheet. I hope I did answer your question. And Dovita, are there more questions in the chat window?
So, Meenakshi ma'am, we have one from Rashmi Patel. Can I procure content using a PDF file?
You mean upload a PDF file over here? No, you could do so with an image, and of course, you can take it from your device. If you're taking, here you go. It'll give you all PNGs. So you could take an image and then put it here for PDF. I think it is the paid version where you have this option, not over here.
We have Arvinder Kaur ma'am. She has stated that it's wonderful. The lesson plan is ready to be downloaded with different sources for 2 weeks.
Excellent. See, that's exactly what it does. It helps you streamline your work and you're actually deep diving into what it is. Now, you know, while I'm reading these plans and I'm reading all of the amazing things that I'm getting over here, what I still have a question about is what if I don't know that I'm still, because I'm always in doubt as a pedagogue. I think I always think about, really, do I really know how to ask every question, or is there anything that I still need to know? Yeah. So I'm going to take you to the next step in a few minutes, but I'm just going to read the rest of the comments as well. It says, how can we use this for grade two? Neha ma'am, just try it for grade two. It'll give you at grade two level. Yeah. So please do try. Okay. Jyoti ma'am says that I have used Copilot for making questions and it's extremely helpful. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Definitely. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about a place where I'm still asking myself, how can I help teachers? How can it? I mean, I already know I could have done any of that. What I would like to do is, I would like to get reflective about myself. What is it that I would like to improve upon? What is it that I would like to better for my students? Not improve upon my skills, but whatever makes sense for my students. For example, create instructional material. Maybe I'm not very good at writing instructions. I simply say solve as a math teacher, right? Maybe if my instruction is richer than that, maybe students will be able to grasp it better, maybe able to understand us better. And also, differentiation is a big deal. We all grapple because the kind of use case that we have or the kind of students that we have are very different. 40 students in a class, there are 40 types. Please use Copilot to define. A student is normally very excited about, learning outside the class, but inside the class is where it gets boring for the student. What can I do while I'm teaching? A history lesson or a geography lesson, for a 40-minute period where I need this child to focus. It'll help you give all those, beautiful insights into what is it that you can do. Then you must, I'm sure you all design, newsletters, the kind of language that goes into newsletters, because it's going to families, it's going to parents. It reflects who your school is, who you are. Go ahead and refine those, using Copilot, and also generate original content, personalized content for your students. Uh, I have a comment in the chat window. Can we list a popular prompts helpful? A list of popular prompts. Those of you who have been a part of our AI sessions, we normally share. A wakelet, which is a collection of a lot of prompts, and it also leads you to websites that offer to you. So I don't have them handy, but if you're a part of our sessions, you will know that we already, are already collating. And Microsoft has a complete course on prompting. I can share a link to for that with you. You can please go ahead and complete that course. In fact, that is a part of our session today. So I'm going to take you through a few samples, some hands-on examples. Okay, um, and then I'm going to deep dive into other areas as well. But in the interest of time, I want to show you a lot of examples. I have a comment from Arvinder ma'am. She says, I'm planning to create a blog using Copilot for creating worksheets or content. Are we allowed to use Copilot directly for creating blogs without referencing? Again, referencing is up to you. It is not a mandate, but it's a great practice. So, Arvinder ma'am, what I do is when I write my blog, I don't mind giving some of the references, like I said. I filter the references and I give the ones that make sense. You don't need to list all. No, there is no compulsion there that you have to list all, but it's a good idea to list a few because those are, you know, uh, further leads into how do I know more? Yeah. All right. Okay, here are some of the examples straight from the classrooms. You know we are global training partners, right? So I'm honoring some of the MCEs and MIEs here who have lent these examples, and I'm sharing these with you. Uses the Duncan uses AI to generate parent emails, analyze data and instructions for tasks, and post ideas for record keeping. So the prompt that this teacher has used is write a letter to the parent about the following. The child is failing. You can say anything to Copilot and it'll refine it. We never use words like this, but Copilot will help you address your concern in the best format possible. She does not concentrate in class. Often late does not prepare for assessment. Okay, and also generate a table that helps me track lesson taught in 8A to 8G to 8M to whatever they've given something, some kind of data, and they want them to generate. So all these things is what you can do as an administrator. These are your admin tasks. Math teachers can help to rewrite notes on the slides or generate more exercises. I think I've shown you that already. Physical sciences teachers used this for generating science experiments and exam questions. Physical science and life sciences, they always think, no, I don't think I need to use. They use ideas to generate a digestion experiment for their 21 CLD interdisciplinary grade 9 project on forensic science. Well, Amit Dhingra, you're in the room. I hope you're taking this back to your school because this is something that is absolutely amazing. I love it when teachers actually refer to 21 CLD because that's not just for taking your MC exam. Microsoft Certified Educator is what you are after taking that exam. But that course by 21 CLD is as it is a life saver and I think a game changer. And you must use those words while you are using your prompts. And look at the way these teachers have been experimenting and finding more ways. Here's another one: IT and design thinking, multiple prompts for using, especially for making rubrics and models. Because what happens is, in especially in design thinking, there's no one way of assessing students. There are so many ways in which you get responses, and so many formats. Therefore, you do need help in rubrics. Please do take that. That's very important. And social sciences. This is one of my favorite ones, and I'm going to pause here before I give you more examples because I absolutely love this. Use AI to generate images, summaries, and examination questions. They have experimented with uploading a rubric and a history essay and having AI mark the essay using the rubric. Hey, teachers, you're going to bless me for this one. But honestly, this is something that you must try. Sometimes, you know, I remember this from my classroom. There are students who do fabulously well, but it's not just one student. There are three or four students who've written a fabulous piece. as a language teacher, okay? But the problem is each one of the piece stand out for a different reason. Yeah. Now, how do I assess that based on a rubric and then write a report on it? It's not easy. And therefore, Copilot is something that could actually help you write that in whatever many words that you want and also use your vocabulary. Try it, you will absolutely love it. I'm going to take the first piece, and that is on, uses AI to generate images. Your clue here, the next tool is Microsoft Designer. Oh, Sheetal, that is fabulous that you use stories and images for kindergarten. We would love to see your work someday and present it to everybody. Do remember, in December, we will have our Nurturing Education Summit. And Sheetal, ma'am, I'm going to invite you to present whatever you have created. Would love it. And also, we will very soon for our AI Explorer educators, we are doing a hackathon. So be ready and get ready to participate in that. Okay, coming back to Microsoft Designer, it's a beautiful tool for you to, try experiment. So remember what topic was I on? I was on camouflaging today. So I'm going to help you explore a prompt for Microsoft Designer to be used. And I'm going to, you can copy paste my, prompt, or you can try on your own. Do remember, the ideology remains the same. You need a concept, you need a grade level, and instead of a pedagogy, you need to be descriptive. You need a lot of adjectives here. I mean, as many adjectives as you can think of, because you need to describe what you do. Okay, here you go. Create an image with a top view of an orange fish camouflaged in a pond in Amazon that is filled with green moss and a small boat in digital art. If I were to take an anatomy of this prompt, this is what the anatomy of the prompt that'll look like. What does it look like to you? It looks like I have given a lot of description. I've used a lot of adjectives. I've been very precise on what I want. I'm going to do something very similar, not same, because I don't do the same thing twice. I'm, I'm just, I just like it that way. Okay. I've given you that prompt in the chat window. I'm going to go to Microsoft Designer. Okay, and I'm going to then show you what I'm going to do. So till then, take your time, go ahead and very quickly. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. I'm just going to share my screen once again, and I'm going to try this prompt with you. I'm going to go for images here. Do remember you must log in. Okay, I'm logged in over here and I'm good to go. Now my description is going to come here. I'm going to type my description, what I've given you over there, but I'm going to change it. Create an image with a top view of an Amazon forest. Okay, Amazon forest with a number of animals camouflaged within the scene. I don't need to give instructions here. Okay, so remember what is different here. I am describing the scene that's there in my mind. I am not saying that the students are supposed to identify animals in this scene. No, I'm just going to say this, okay? That is filled with green um, leaves of different types. Let me do green uh, plants, okay? Plants of different types. Okay, and of course my spellings, and a small, probably I could put something like a small owl in digital art. Okay, that's very random. I can choose my size over here, or I can simply say generate. Now, I want you to pay attention to one thing. Two things that you can do over here. This is your prompt. So if I were a teacher and I were to get my students interested, remember the first exercise said show them a lot of pictures, ask them to identify. Now, this could be my formative test, or this could also be my diagnostic test, or it could be just a provocation. Okay. I'm just going to generate this, but I'm going to copy this once. Okay. I'm going to say generate. Now, this could be any of the formats, any of the teaching points that I was at, and I could use these images at any point that I want. However, there is another way to do an assessment. I don't want this much of explanation time is not what I have in my classroom, right? In my class, I need everything tuck, tuck, tuck really fast. Therefore, I can pre-curate this prompt. Oh my God, look at that. I could actually use this one. I pretty much like it. Or I could say, no, look at the kind of animals that are there. I can't name even half of them. But do you see how beautiful it has given me owls? You could be taking any of these and ask the students to identify or see how many can you see and not see. How many are difficult to spot? How many are easy to spot? Why can you spot it so quickly? How many owls are there? How many owls are facing you? So I can actually think of some 10,000 questions over here through these images. Look at that. Yeah. So what is the biggest camouflaged image over here? So I could actually go with many, spot one of the most unusual ones over here. This will actually get your students to start thinking about animals in the Amazon forest and also the concept of camouflaging. You can see some of the owls very clearly, but there's one owl where you can only see eyes. Where's the rest of it? That is what camouflaging is. Yeah, I could actually download this or I could go into edit mode. Now, why am I going into edit mode? I can actually change many more things over here. I wanted to show you that there are many things that you can do to it. You can reset it. You can look at all the adjustments that can be made if you want to make more changes. But what I also want to do is I want to go back over here where I had my prompt. Do you see my prompt is here? Extremely important. Pay some attention here. Don't, okay, even if you're trying your prompt here, just pause for a minute. You know what you can do? You can use AI to enhance your prompt. It will go ahead and, oh my God, look at that. The overall mood is peaceful and serene. A small owl is perched on the branch looking at, it's just refining what I'm doing. And that is what is most beautiful for me. Now, when I have to share this, what I could also do is I could actually edit this and make this as a template. Either I can share this prompt as it is, and I can copy this link and give it to you in the chat window, and I'll just do that so that you can try my prompt on Designer straight away. There you go. Okay, I've shared this with you. Another thing what I can do over here is edit this and make it a template. How can you do it? You can actually highlight a part of the prompt that you want customized. For example, maybe I don't want to talk about Amazon forest. Add a custom field. Now over here, children could be writing about anything. Amazon forest, ocean, anything that they want. Okay, so they could be choosing a variety of animals. Probably they don't want just animals. You could customize this field as well. You can even go for customizing any kind of content that you want, and probably look at a small owl. I could also look at owl as custom. Mood, which is serene, could also be customized. Now, when I send you this and I say done, my prompt will look something like this. Now, when I send this to my students, they're not feeding in extra details. They're just feeding in the right details, and every student will get a unique image that they are going to write about. Now, I'm going to copy this link and share it with you. This is called innovative teaching methods, where you're able to actually generate multiple ways of teaching the same concept and getting the desired result, but using AI to make it more innovative, to bring it to the desired results that you are looking for. Yeah, I'm going to pause here because I know you must be trying. So I'm just going to pause here and also show you results of this, image that you were looking at. I'm pausing here. If you have any questions, anything that you would like to ask, please go ahead and ask. Fantastic. Isn't it really amazing? It is. Yeah, thank you for that pour of claps over here. Yes, it is absolutely amazing to teach your students like that. And this is for students use. You could be using with your students. You could be giving them, ideas to make something as amazing as what you're looking at on our screens. You could be picking up a book or a novel and give it to them, or just walk them through any kind of things. And um, for teachers, there is something absolutely amazing. So here, I've already given you the link, Jyoti ma'am. It's there. Microsoft Design is there. You could also use this aka.ms. It's an amazing way to create your own avatar. Those of you who connect with me via WhatsApp, you would have seen my, DP over there. I have created that using this link. I'm giving you in the chat window this link. You could actually create it yourself as well. I know it is amazing, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. And I hope you did enjoy today's session. Do know that your feedback is what keeps us going. We have kept it in mind that you are looking for a session on 5 E's. We will bring you that. And for next session, we will be talking about fostering student well-being with Microsoft EDU tools. On 10th of September, as you come back, we will bring you more things for you to ponder about, wonder about, and please, please, as we request each time you come in, please do bring in your colleagues. Please do bring in, many more educators who could benefit from these sessions. It is absolutely amazing to meet you each time here. Thank you so very much. How to become MCE? Tanuma, you can simply just write to us at education@dpedagogics.com and we will be happy to share the details with you. Yeah. And yes, thank you so much once again for joining us here. Stay fabulous and stay connected. Let's learn and grow together. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a wonderful evening ahead.